Well, this is gonna be an interesting one. So we're headed down to Fleet Electric now to go pick up a starter, but as you guys can probably see back there, we have the generator in the back. So we got a subscriber that said he wanted to fix it for us. The motor mounts kind of went, he wanted to buy it initially, and now I'm like, well, I don't want to sell it now because the thing's running good. So I'm like, it'll make a great thing to have while we're local. So I'm gonna go get that. He's gonna work on that and whatnot. I'll figure out what he wants for it. I'm not too worried about it. And then tomorrow we got, I'm hoping this works out. You guys should see it in this video. But tomorrow, I've been wanting a ranch hand bumper for years, and tomorrow is the day I think we're actually gonna pick one up. It just needs painted. So we're gonna be picking up one of them. So truck should look pretty sweet. And hopefully the drive shaft's done today. I don't know, we got some work to do on the truck today while I'm home and go from there. So let's keep her moving. So we just got the starter back. I just dropped the generator off, you know, the fun stuff. And he said that starter was so bad that they're like, yeah, we didn't rebuild it. So they gave me basically a brand new starter, $156. So that's pretty sweet. We got a brand new black starter as opposed to the other one that we bought. I think I paid like 200 and something for a brand new one out in California. So I think I got it from Napa. You guys can see there. Brand new, right in the car seat, not even a speck of dirt on it. Now we're going to Mashar. We're gonna go see if the drive shaft is done, get an update on that. I hope I'm not bothering them too much, but I'm already out in the area, so I might as well ask. All right, so I don't film too much of this, but this is basically what we're doing on our free time. Sketchy swing. He's learning to swing. Come on, you can go higher than that. Here. Excuse me, let's get him going higher. Watch out. Just gotta watch the tree here. Sketchy tree. There we go. He's getting it. Oh. I think it's about to rain, but we got one quick truck project today and then one tomorrow, so in the meantime. All right, so pretty much to get this on, I basically took two of those clamps and kind of put them together. And then to keep it in place, I just used the ratchet strap temporarily to make sure that the idea works. Obviously temporary, obviously. So Liam is gonna help today with this, just kind of coming up with some projects for him to help and whatnot. And keep the content flowing for you guys. Basically, I said it before, me working on this and doing YouTube actually is allowing me to stay home more so I can spend more time with them. So rather than being out on the road for, you know, as much as I am, this pays the majority of the bills, so it actually allows for us to be home and spend time with, you know, the boys. So you enjoy doing this, right? Ready to put a big old cannon on here? Yeah. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, he's having a good time. So we're gonna get this torn down and rip this off and then put this guy on, and then we will probably come up with another hanger because there's one back there, and then I want to come up with another hanger that kind of sits it right here. So we'll see just how this thing fits. All right, so this one was broken apparently. So I ended up replacing it with one of the 5 other ones we got. So that's nice and solid. So now, basically what needs to happen is this tailpipe here. I need to get all this even down. So I'm gonna go grab the angle grinder and smooth all this out so that we can fit the flex section over there, over top of this. All right, so I guess I'll get under here and show you guys kind of what's going on. So I got this section slid on. I slid everything. I just kind of have this holding here. We're gonna probably weld a hanger at some point. So I got this end all cleaned up so you could actually slide this down right about to there. So I'm gonna chop off probably a good 6 inches of this because it hangs low, it comes back down and then goes back up. So I want to put a hanger here, not the ratchet strap, just a hanger in general. This will give me an idea, and then I want to use the factory hanger there. So I will need to figure that out at some point so that this stays stationary. And I understand that this is going to be a pain to deal with, and we will be able to work it out, but this is a lot easier. I can get this directly where it needs to be and go from there. So especially if I cut this a little shorter. So I'm gonna do that now. This stuff's, I believe, extremely easy to cut, and then we'll go from there. Liam's been helping out a lot, obviously not with the grinder or anything. I don't let him go anywhere near that, but he's definitely helping out. All right, we're done. That's about where it's gonna sit. Obviously, I'm gonna push it back in. You can see where it was sitting before. So we got everything flexed. I do have, you guys can kind of see what's going on right there. I will eventually do a hanger there because I'm gonna buy another one of these, and then we'll get rid of the ratchet and probably find a way to weld a hanger up to the frame somewhere else so that this can sit perfect, because right now we pretty much have like multiple different ways that we can do this. So I'm pretty filthy. And then tomorrow we're gonna tackle, let me show you guys just how bad this is. From the last clip you guys saw of the carrier to now when I'm home, it's actually falling out of the housing. Like, that's terrible. And they're telling me that the drive shaft is not going to be done until next week. So now I gotta sit and wait on it, and that's kind of obnoxious. I don't like that. All of this stuff, we're getting cleaned up now. So this tip I'm gonna push in a little bit more, but I do want to order some hangers and go from there, figure out where to weld that onto the frame. So yeah, now let's get into the rest of it. All right, so another day, another dollar. I realize now why not to hook the alternator up to direct power. You know, I asked a lot of you guys, and not one person was able to give me an answer on why not to do it. And it dies after a couple days of sitting. So I mean, not a huge deal. It just dies after a few days of sitting. So we're going now. Got something neat we just purchased, and it's a nice crisp 65-degree day. I'm super happy about today, because today, whoo, I've been waiting for this day for years to be doing this to the truck. Okay, years. And last time I went to buy one, my stepdad was like, oh no, you don't want that one, you want this one. So I bought the one that he told me to buy. And you know what? I regret that decision ever since I bought it. By the way, it is raining, we have the snorkel on, it's not a big deal. That filter repels water very nicely. I bought the one he told me to buy, and I regret that very greatly. So now we're actually going, I found this guy, he wanted $600 or best offer, but then he's like, I also want a stock bumper. And I have a sport bumper. So we're going to pick up a big ranch hand bumper today, and it's the one I want. It's the one with the hitch on the front. So we're going to go buy that, hopefully switch that out up here at the storage unit, and we'll go over his setup. He's got a really cool setup. He's got a 3rd gen Dodge 2-wheel drive with a 53-footer on the back. So, all right, so I don't remember where I left off, but we just got this goodie yesterday, and he said he didn't really want to be filmed, so I was like, all right, you know, cool with that. So we just went about our business, and yeah, so now I'm gonna get to the truck, I'm gonna explain a couple things, or I'm gonna get to the storage unit, I'm gonna explain a couple things, and I hope you guys are gonna like this. All right, so as I was saying, the guy last night, he didn't want to be filmed, which was completely understandable. He had a 2000, it was a 6.7 Cummins with a 12-valve swap. It was quad cab. He had a 3-car hauler with it, G56 transmission, and a 12-valve swap. So that's pretty neat to see. He had this bumper on there, and then, you know, he wanted my stock bumper, and I'm like, all right, whatever. So I offered him some money for it, and we got it. So I do need to paint it. We are going to paint this tomorrow, but I've wanted one of these for a good while. It doesn't seem to make the front end squat too much, if anything. I don't think the truck's actually noticed it, but with how much I've been running out west, now I figured was more of the time where I really needed to pick one up, because I don't feel like dealing with a bunch of deer, and I've had so many animals run out in front of me. And when you're talking about the safety of you and you're, you know, keeping your equipment running, it just seemed to be the right way to go. Now, I know a bunch of people are gonna complain, you know, this and that, I don't even care, okay? So now we have the decision. I was gonna do a roll pan back here. I was pretty dead set on a roll pan, but I don't feel like that would go good with that bumper up there. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is probably getting one to match for the back. But you guys let me know. I mean, Would enough people be butthurt about a roll pan? Maybe we throw a roll pan in, you know? Who knows? Who knows? You know, maybe we'll go that route. But I did like the idea of, I don't think any Philly drivers are really gonna be messing with us too much anymore. If anyone cares, I did pay $450 for the bumper and then traded my stock bumper for that. I need to get fog lights for it, paint it, and it does utilize the factory fog lights, and that bracket in there, he has them painted white, so we'll have to take care of that at some point. So I also wanted to hook up the trailer for you guys to show you just how pretty simple it is. I think we're gonna end up using this tomorrow. I need to get some confirmation. If we are, I am gonna use this tomorrow. I'm trying to decide whether or not to put the tailgate back on, because I do kind of like the look of this just sitting flush here, but at the same time, like it's not gonna go anywhere. So if anybody's worried about that, but you can hardly get this toolbox lid up, which is really good. So it's really, really tight in between both of these rails here. So like if I were to go to open this, like it's unlocked right now and you would never know it, you know? I have to really beat on it to be able to get it to go anywhere. And then to close it, you gotta sit on it. So somebody had made mention that I will end up using that bumper a lot I use that bumper a lot more than I really think I do, which now it makes sense because with that box there, I'm gonna be sitting on that bumper all the time. So unless it's gonna bother enough people, maybe we'll still do the roll pan, but I do feel like it does come in handy with me sitting on it. So I don't know, let me know down below, after seeing the toolbox and after seeing the bumper, do we do a roll pan or a big bumper or a factory bumper? You guys let me know what you want to see. All right, so for the 500 some thousand people that decided to say, how are you going to use this toolbox with this trailer, you know, whatever, okay? So as you guys can see, the amount of clearance there is here is really, really good for what I need it to do. Basically what I'm going to do is when I go to open this, we'll wrap a bungee. Okay, you can see my fifth wheel clears 360 all the way around, doesn't matter. I'm going to get a toolbox for up there and go from there. I was able to see to back it in. Now it does suck that I did have to raise the legs really, really high, but I was not prepared for it. So what I'm going to be doing from now on when I go to drop this trailer is I'm going to fill the bags as high as they go, put the legs down as low as they go, and then it'll make it super easy for getting over the hump and, you know, getting out of here. So the labor will be an insane amount less. So that's basically how the rear toolbox setup works. Let's go around. I think, you know, it all looks good together. Like if you can see, you got Liam in the background. He loves this stuff. He loves the sound of the turbo. I really do want to get this painted. I can't wait till tomorrow when we go through and do that, but I need to go film another video for you guys here in a couple minutes on this truck. If you guys don't know, hit 500, I think we're at 509,000 miles. So I want to go over everything wrong with it and put it all out in the open so everybody can see. So, but this is it, the you know, 32 foot, because apparently a lot of people missed this and didn't realize that I'm doing flatbedding now, which may or may not, with the information that I just got, may not be lasting very long. We might be moving up again here in 3 to 4 months time, but we'll leave that for that video. But this is a 32 foot load trail, 14K trailer. Empty weight, it says, is 6190. Obviously I'm going to get a scale ticket for it once I get out of Pennsylvania. I want to fill the tank up, fill both tanks, so we know what the absolute max weight we are going to be. And I know I'm gonna get a bunch of comments on this, so I'm just gonna mention it now. This bumper, everyone's gonna say, oh, it's too heavy, you're adding so much weight to the front. I'll tell you what, I'll take the protection of that bumper over the weight that I'm going to lose any day. Like, it's not even gonna bother me, because if I hit a deer, I can just wipe it off at the next exit and keep going. Whereas if you hit a deer, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck a lot. So we're going tomorrow. We're taking this. I gotta go get some stuff for my brother, so we're gonna, you know, put some stuff on here. And then we got a trip down. I'm gonna be doing hopefully 2 cars down, 2 cars up, but we'll see how that goes. We got a 68 Malibu, I think it was. Don't shit on me if that's wrong information, but I think it's a 68 Malibu. It's going from North Carolina up to Cleveland, so we're gonna try to make like 4 grand on the round trip, 3 to 4 grand. We'll see how that goes, but it's like a 2 or 3 day trip, so it's nothing crazy at all. So hopefully that works out, but we shall see. Get that done quick, and then we're planning on going back out the 19th or 20th. So that's pretty much gonna do it for that. So, but here, I'm gonna get this toolbox opened so you guys can see. By the way, You will smack your head on this a couple of times if you don't see it right, but you can get the tire out from the top or the bottom. It doesn't matter. There is a little clip here, so you can bring the tire down on the box if needed. But let's get this toolbox open so I can show you how it works. So, grab me. Alright, so I don't have bungee cords, but you can see how much of an opening this is. This is perfectly fine. The only thing I can see that I might have an issue with is sitting my fat derriere down here to close the box. So I might have to actually come up here and stand on it to close it. But it is a very tight fit. So if you put that aside, it's not a bad idea. There we go. So that's closed now. So all closed. There we go. So I got a bunch of fixes to do. I'm gonna go over this in one of the videos, but for the people who are asking, the one-piece drive shaft will be in sometime next week before I go down to North Carolina. So I'll be able to put the one piece in. We won't have any more carrier bearing issues because obviously I need another carrier bearing. Okay. And I gotta rewire the alternator, the thingy there, the voltage regulator. I want to put that on switched power now because it does kill the batteries pretty quick in a couple days, so I do need to take care of that. We got, you guys can see this guy here, a bunch of guys have been asking, which I'll probably go over that in the next video again, but I'm going to go over it now. This is very thin steel, or not steel, actually I think it's even cast. It might just be cast. This is very thin. This one I think is aluminum. So we basically drilled like right into this. There was no dot here or anything, which actually that might make a great place for a sensor, but I'd have to verify that that's a decent surface. But I ended up drilling into, say, like this round area here and trying to seal it, and that is not good. That is why that will never seal. I don't care how much thread sealer you put on it. You could put JB weld on it and it would probably hold, but it's leaking through the O-ring on the bottom and the top, so this is not a ideal location for that sensor. I need to do some research because apparently there's a location in the back that I can put that sensor in. I think that's almost going to do it for this video. I do also want to let people know, because I got this comment and I thought it was not a really good comment, because somebody said instead of posting all the videos I should spend more time with my family, which I think is not a very good comment for people that are actually paying attention. So the videos that I'm doing now actually allow me to spend more time with him, my other two boys, and my future wife. Okay, Google AdSense revenue is up to about $2,000 a month. Okay, we're up to that amount. That pays the majority of the bills at home. So this is funding the videos and funding me paying off my debts. So once I pay off all those debts, I need to also come up with $18,000 by, I have 4 months to come up with $18,000, or I got to go to court, and it's not going to be a fun sight. So I want to get that over with. So $18,000 needs to go towards lawyer and all the fun stuff, and then it's done. Then I'm completely done with that, and I can have a normal life, and I can start spending money again, because you know we're going through and spending a lot on this. I want to get the mega cab players and get all the paint and all the fun stuff, so I can start doing fun stuff again with them after the next 4 months. The next 4 months are going to be hell. $18,000 going out the door. Nobody really wants and that's for nothing. I don't get anything out of that. That's not tax write-offable. That's none of that. That's literally gone, you guys can imagine. So if I can just keep having YouTube pay the bills, I enjoy doing them. It allows me to have more time with him over there and the family. So if anybody wants to complain about the videos, go pound sand. I really don't care. These are allowing me to spend more time with the family. So obviously half the things I do to the truck it doesn't need, but most of these videos are free to make. Why not? And I've gotten some nice genuine comments of people who watch, people who have been in car accidents, people who have cancer, people who have, just a bunch of different types of people that watch for the right reasons. And those are the people really that mean more to me than the guys that don't. So, end rant. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Have a good one. I want you guys to hear just how nice this truck sounds. Come here, Liam. You get to film. I want you guys to hear just how nice this thing sounds from the outside. Obviously that exhaust is temporary. I'm gonna hang it up a little higher and push the tip in, but Liam's gonna film, so